Hello people, Yvonne Gaybauer here, and I am going to do a canvas actually, and I'm going to follow the prompts that my friend Karen Burchell posted on her new Facebook group. All things, oh shoot, I should have had it up here, my bad. What is it called? All Things Mixed Media, Creative Katie. I'm going to put a link to it in my description below so you can find the Facebook group if you choose. Now what she's got is she's got a set of tongue depressors that she's painted and put different prompts on, and she just pulled from those prompts. Now the prompts, here we are, that we have to use, because there's a texture, a background, a focal point, there's a whole bunch of different things. So I have to use alpha stamps, so I've got a few of my alpha stamps out here. I have to use drywall tape, so I've got my drywall tape out. I have to use a baby wipe through a stencil, and I think I'm going to use that stencil. Sprays, so I've got a few of my Lindy sprays here. Found objects to make circles, so I've got all of these lids and stuff that I can use to make circles, and an ocean theme. So this is where this comes in, and I've had these metal pieces for quite some time now, and I think what I'm going to do is use my alcohol inks to color them so I can put them on my canvas. And this is the canvas that I'm using. I think it's an 8x8. What is it? Oopsie. It is, yes, it is an 8x8 canvas. So yeah, I'm going to pause this, get everything cleared away, and I'm going to try to do some funky stuff with the metal to make it look like seaweed. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here so that hopefully you can see this a little bit better. There we go. So what have I got here? I've got stream, I've got meadow, and I've got lettuce. And then I've also got snow cap and the pearl mixatives. And I don't know how it's going to cover these. These are little fans actually, but I just bent the ends over, and I'm hoping I can use them as seashells for the bottom of my ocean floor. We'll see. Okay, so I've got my canvas back in, and what I did was I took my drywall tape. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, I think you can. Anyways, I cut it to make it look sort of like I want this to look like the sand on the bottom of the ocean is what my idea is. So I'm going to actually gel medium that down because I just don't trust the glue on the drywall tape. Then I'm going to bring in my sprays and color the background. When I'm done that, I think I want to use some of these seed beads and put it at the bottom to kind of represent sand. I've got some in a sort of a denim blue and a black. And then I want to adhere these somehow intertwined with my little seashells. A little message in a bottle. So I found I've got a package of these little vials, and I just tied some thick jute around it and rolled up a piece of paper that has some writing on it to make like a little message in a bottle, I guess, if you want to call it. And somewhere in here I want to put that, like down there somewhere. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of my idea. So we'll see how it all turns out. And then I'll put my quote up in this area as my idea. And then I'm thinking I want to take this stencil after I've sprayed, and this is where I want to do my baby wipe off with the sprays up in this area to make it look like bubbles in behind all of this. Anyway, that's the plan, Stan. And all I did I'll just show you what I did here. This is the part I cut off of here. I just flipped it over and overlapped it and then just put it there to make it look like more of a little wavy hill. Pretty inventive, hey? I don't know. I've got some teal, some green, some blues. I'm hoping they'll all kind of work together. I've got some Jack in the Pulpit teal. I've got some luscious lime, some Caribbean blue, and some time travel teal. So I kind of got a mixture of a bunch of wonky, not wonky colors, but different colors. So I'm just going to start spraying because that's what I do. Now this one I want to really shake up because it's a starburst, so there's some mica in the bottom of it. And I'm getting spray all over the place, which is what I always do. Ooh, yeah, all over my hands now too. This one's spraying kind of wonky. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to dry this now, and as I dry it, I will probably move this canvas around just to get the colors. You see how they move? And blend and get some funky textures happening here. Get some more of it down into that drywall tape. And you can see how that drywall tape just soaks up the sprays as it comes down there. And I will be adding multiple layers to this. This is what happens when I turn my thing off to do something else. I forgot to turn it back on again to show you guys what I'm doing. Anyways, I'm going to get rid of these sprays. So I finished coloring the edges, and then all I did was took my gel medium, put it on the back of these metal pieces that are very hot, and just adhered them. I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to put my bottle down next. And that's going to need a fairly decent gob, I think, of gel. That might take a little bit longer to dry. I'm wondering if I should have put that down afterwards, because I do kind of want to put some sand in here, but we'll work it out. And then I want to put down these I think I want that to look like it's leaning up against that one. Something like that. I'm still not happy with these. I want to try to get them a little bit more, not so goldy. Okay, so what I went and grabbed my dark chocolate truffle and a couple of other brown colors, my steampunk sepia. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get it into the crevices and wipe it off the top because I want the, oh, that's better. I think I like that better. Yeah, there, now we're getting there. Karen will be laughing at me because I'm going to my trusty black. Karen, no laughing. Black always has to find its way onto my pages somehow. It's just how I roll. There we go. I got. Uh-oh, hang on, stay in there. Oh yes, much, much better. Much better. I like that now. Almost like a brassy. So I want this bottle to look like it's kind of leaning up against. Do I want it that way or do I want it this way? Not that it really matters, I guess. Then I want these just to be looking like they're on the ocean floor. Now, I don't think I want to put these on just yet because I still want to get my sand in there. So now what I want to do is I want to kind of gob on some gel here in different places. So those of you that are seasoned seed bead users watching me dump some blue and then some black and then some blue and then some, oh, I got all these seed beads that are mixed up. Oh well. And I'm just trying to do it in a couple more random places. I don't necessarily want all the drywall tape to be covered up. I kind of want it to still sort of be there. Oh, I did it again. I'm sorry. Ay. Okay, so I dried the seed beads, and then what I did was I built this one up with quite a big gob of gel medium. These ones I laid down pretty flat, but then I kind of built it up ahead or around it, kind of to make it look like the sand has washed up against these two. So see, it wasn't such a bad thing that I mixed them all up because I used them, right? Now I can either, and this is what I have to decide because this is going to put the letters, if you can see that, each of the letters quite far apart. If I do, so the trick that I learned from Karen is you just attach them and then they stay flush. What I'm thinking is going to be the problem with doing that is if one of these letters doesn't stamp perfectly, or if one of them is just a little off, it's going to look crooked. So I think what I'm going to do is stamp each letter separately, and I'm going to stamp it separately on purpose so that it doesn't, okay, so the ocean calms my restless soul. How about that? So I hope these letters are going to be big enough. I really hope they're going to be big enough. I wonder if I should use bigger ones. You know what? I'm going, like I always do, I'm going to practice on a piece of paper because I can always come back in and see if it's going to work. See, I really don't like, this is too small, I think, unless I just want it to be in the bottom corner like that. Now, I guess this is what I have to decide. Where do I want my quote? Do I want it to be all in, like, around this whole area? Do anything more or not? And then wondering if I should do some I don't know if they'll show up or not, but just to add to the bubbles. They'll dry a lot lighter than that. Okay, so I'm done. Thank you once again for coming along on my little journey. Again, this was done for the challenge over on Karen Burchell's new Facebook page that she just started the other day, called All Things Mixed Media, Creative Katie. And this was for prompts. So, yeah. I've got all my prompts in there this time. Alpha stamps, drywall tape, baby white through a stencil, use sprays, use found objects to make circles, and an ocean theme. So there we go. Unlike I normally do, I am not going to ink up my edges on this particular one. Yeah, I quite like it. There's still seed beads coming off this sucker. So yes, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you'll get email notifications when I do upload a new video. I'll put all of my social links on the bottom as well. And this is a wrap. Thank you very much for coming along. Bye-bye.